Captain America: Brave New World. Movie came out on the 14th, and I watched it. Shane did not. Shane said, "I don't see a point in watching a Captain America movie that doesn't have Captain America in it."
Well, no, I didn't. And that's not what I said. I said there's no point in watching a movie where Captain America has no superpowers. What in the F is going on?
It's basically the same though. It's like, yeah,
I get it, but I want to be clear. If somehow Anthony Mackie had gotten superhero powers,
but he could have. That's the crazy part. Plot wise, the serum was available.
Yeah,
and it has no side effects. And he just decided that he doesn't want to take it. He wears it like a badge of honor. I didn't take the serum. Maybe I should have, but I didn't take it. And everyone around, everyone around is like, "You made the right decision." I'm like, "No, you didn't." There's no side effects. You have the serum. Take the serum, dude. And I don't.
There's a reason we don't make movies about Steve the accountant down the street. Okay, right. We make movies about people who have superpowers.
Unless it's an autistic accountant that was also trained to be an assassin, like Ben Affleck. That's different.
That's like The Accountant, right? Is that his name?
Yeah. No, the thing is, this movie, I did watch it. It's okay. Whatever. This is not a review. There's a lot of problems. The biggest being he didn't take the stupid serum. But the real life problem is that the movie saw an 82% drop from last week or something like that, some insane drop. And right now it has a worldwide, as of the 21st, worldwide it's made $245 million. Sounds good, right? Because Disney claimed reported its budget 3 years ago as $180 million. So far it looks like they're doing great. Made 245 of 100 million. Even if you add on the customary $100 million marketing budget, that means they would only have to make $280 million. They'll probably get there, no problem. Except for that budget was reported prior to about a year's worth of reshoots.
Uh-oh.
Right. So this is from World of I know this is sort of some of this information's old, but I need to get you there so I can explain what's going on. From World of Real. They said, no, Brave New World's budget is not $180 million. It's actually cost $380 million. And you can go read it. I'll put the link in the description. This is the TLDR. Going off of past tax returns and past Marvel movies like The Marvels, Ant-Man, Quantumania, etc., there's more than likely the reshoots for that amount of reshoots was another $70 to $100 million. If you add on the $100 million marketing budget, that's also customary, you end up with about $380 million or so. And then another $100 million at $480 million. If they take about 30% of the revenue, they have to make about $600 million to break even. But they're reporting via their shill rags like the Hollywood Reporter, Deadline, etc., etc. They're reporting
Variety.
It's an absolute success. It's doing great. Everyone loves Captain America: Brave New World. But in reality, they're at $245 million. They need to 3 times that before they start making profit.
Yeah, I mean, obviously Disney is only going to report. Disney doesn't want to report bad news. Okay, so if they can get away with it now, and that's
the question. I want to know why. I have some ideas, but I'll tell you
why I think.
Go ahead.
I think that Captain America and Snow White, which is coming right behind this movie, these are the last 2 of the we are trying to change the world viewpoint. So when Captain America: Brave New World and Snow White was out, they were still on this whole, I don't want to say DEI because it's kind of new. They're on this whole progressive, ideology.
Yeah.
Still.
We want to change your mind.
Yeah, we want to change your mind. We're going to line up more with the progressive way of thinking.
And that's what the reshoots were for. They say the reshoots were so that they can basically rewrite the movie to get away, because the original title of the movie was actually, and I'm not joking, Captain America: New World Order.
Oh, okay.
And they changed it to Brave New World, and they added a bunch of characters.
To me, is about the same damn thing.
Sounds the same. Yeah. Brave New World sounds like a more positive spin on it, I guess.
No, Brave New World sounds like we're doing things different. We got to be brave about it because no one's going to agree with us.
Yeah, so brave, so heroic,
so brave.
But that's the reshoots were changed to change the story to be less globalist, I think.
And we don't know for sure if that's what the reshoots were. But I mean, insiders might say. But what I'll tell you is that Disney had this coming to Jesus moment when they realized, oh my God, we're losing so much money and nobody's going to the movies. And oh my Jesus Christ, we're screwed. And all of a sudden,
God.
But it was too late to shut down these two movies that still were being produced. It would have cost more to dump them. And so they said, well, I think we can fix them. Let's change, let's change the story on Captain America a little bit. Let's, instead of Snow White,
instead of Snow White and the 7 patchouli smelling homeless men, let's actually use CGI dwarves. Remember the original dwarves were basically, they look like rejects from Woodstock,
or panning of the LGBTQ community,
right? Yeah, and they're all like, they're half of them are gay at least,
blue-haired, people who were just different. And so so they said, listen, we can repair this by just, and then of course Anthony Mackie opened his mouth and he talked, basically said negative things about America. America do better. And so then Disney's like, oh crap,
America do better. Just like, what are you doing? What are you doing? Stop it.
But if you look at what's coming out after these two movies, everything lined up behind Disney after this are things like Lilo and Stitch 2, Tron Ares, the Avatar movies, the Fantastic Four. A lot of they've completely changed their messaging in their movies to go to a more traditional, more consumer-friendly type of movie making style. So if you go and look for the next 3 years, what's coming out, I'm not seeing any Brave New Worlds. I'm not seeing any, queer children trying to figure out what strange world they're from. I'm not seeing any Buzz Lightyear gay characters. So what's happening is they've made this transformation. And so what they're trying to do is they're trying to gaslight everyone about Brave New World because it's almost impossible to prove otherwise.
Right.
Now, internally, they know they've lost money, but they're like, screw it. We would have lost more money if we hadn't made the movie at all. So we'll just lie to everybody, tell them lies that, it's successful and it worked, blah, blah, blah. Let's get past this thing. We'll lose 20% instead of 75% and then just move on to the next movie. Right. And that's exactly, I think, what they're doing.
I think you're right. And I wrote down some options, which you already stated a couple of them, but I said, mask financial failure to protect their stock value, downplay production issues to protect future movies like the Thunderbolts, which is directly tied to this. They actually added in the Bucky character in as part of a reshoot pretty late in order to promote Thunderbolts, which is really weird too. That was another criticism I had for the movie. Bucky shows up and has like a heart-to-heart with the guy when he's in the middle of like this huge thing, and then he just walks away, and you're like, yeah, you're a superhero, Bucky. Why aren't you helping your boy?
Right.
Out of the two people in the room, you're the only one with powers. Why are you just giving him a pep talk, and then leaving?
Because that's the whole messaging.
Because they couldn't afford them in graphics. And so they wanted to inject them into the movie so they could promote Thunderbolts. That's another thing, too, is that they want to maintain whatever momentum they have. And so they have to keep this narrative going, this like media narrative that everything's fine. Deflect blame to all the haters, and the racists and all the ist, and go, look, everything's going great. We're doing great. Don't forget to watch Thunderbolts.
And consider that just recently news came out that Disney's essentially priced out the average American from being able to go on a Disney vacation.
Oh, it's incredible. It's so expensive.
Now, only rich people can go to Disney for 3 days. And it's honestly gotten to that point. I know I've been trying to plan a trip. I haven't taken my kids in
unless you work there
9 years. Of course, yeah. But I'm just saying, like, I don't work there. I live in Southern California. It's still going to cost me $4,000 or $5,000 to take my family to stay at a Disney place for 3 days. So people just can't afford it, So they've priced themselves out. They need to be worried about their stock prices. Their movies aren't doing great. Disney Plus is losing subscribers. That just came out recently. They're losing.
Someone was like, so how many subscriptions did USAID have? because it was when they shut that down. It was like
Oh,
the next day they lost like hundreds of thousands of subscribers.
that's interesting. Yeah, I mean, and who knows exactly, but all I know is like Disney is not looking like a strong company right now. So,
No.
they need to lie, like everybody else today, in order to protect their investments. The problem is are we smart enough to see through the lies? And that's why I'm glad you guys are here watching us so we can talk about these things.